YouTube, it's your boy Ill Will getting back at y'all with another Pro Tools tips and tricks video. I actually wanted to talk about parallel compression with y'all a little bit today. Show you how it's used on drums a lot. They also call this the New York style of mixing, I think it is. So I just wanted to go through it, show you how I set it up, and show you the difference it can make on your drums. All right. So let's just get into it here. What I actually did was I come in here, and first things first is create your aux track, a stereo aux track, and name it your drum mix. This will be where all your drum sounds actually come in. Okay, this will give you better control over your overall drum sounds instead of going to individual faders and moving them up and down. All right, so you go ahead and do that, and once you get that made, what you do is you, on the input of it, find a bus, open bus you have, which I had 1 2 open, and once you find that bus, you make the input 1 2. Then you come, let me get this out the way for you guys. Then you come to your drums, and on each one of your drum tracks, make your output bus 1 2. Okay, so that'll send all your drum sounds over to your drum mix channel, as you see right there. Alright, so y'all don't mind this one at the moment. After you do that, and and you've done some mixing, as I have on some of these, after you've done some mixing on these drums, it got a good sound, but it just doesn't have that boom for you. What you do is actually come back and make you another aux track. Now on this aux track, you make the input another open bus, which mine was 3 4. Bus 3 4 was open. All right. When you get that made, make sure it's a stereo aux, guys. Always make sure it's a stereo aux. Pick your compressor, which I'm using a Foster compressor. I love this thing. This is awesome for drums. If you don't have it, I suggest you go out and get it. It's pretty awesome. It really helps with this whole parallel compression thing. It really gives you a good low end boom. The compression settings on here, threshold is around 15 16 dB. A little bit more input on the gain, gain on the input, ratio of 5 to 1, very fast attack and pretty fast release. All right, I'd say 0.4, somewhere in that area. After you find that, find your compressor and set it to some of these settings similar to this, or use your own settings, whatever your preference is. You come over here to your drum tracks. Now in your send section, sends A through E, pick you a send that you have the input on the parallel compression track, which would be send 3 4 for me, and you check it. All right, now to come up, now what you do is actually all of them will be at the bottom here. Hold Alt, click on the fader, it'll go to 0. And once you have that done on the first one, what you can do is actually hold the Alt key, click, drag and drop, click, drag and drop, click, drag and drop, so on and so forth, until you have it on every one of your drum tracks. Now that I have that on my drum tracks, I also have it muted out at the moment, so I can actually show you the difference in it. Okay, so I'm gonna start playing it with it muted, and I'll unmute and mute it as I go through for 1 or 2 seconds a piece, so you can actually tell the difference. So here we go. So as you can tell, parallel compression can give you some low end knock that you just couldn't get before. It's a neat little trick. It's used by a lot of engineers that actually, especially in hip hop. David Aaron, there's a lot of different other producers, which Dave Aaron is one of my favorite engineers when it comes to hip hop. He did artists such as Wu-Tang, Tupac, pretty much anybody on death row. He did a lot of great artists and mixed a lot of great albums. So I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, head on over to our forum.